Welcome back, everyone. It's Sunday sit-down time. I'm joined today by Mike Alden, the former athletic director at Mizzou. Mike, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, Chanel. It's good to be with you.
Yeah, a big week for Mizzou with Gary Pinkel being inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame. Looking back at all that he's done at Mizzou, was it any kind of surprise that this is happening?
Not now, it isn't, right? But I think if you would rewind 20 years, whatever that may be, when Coach first came here, when we first recruited him to come to Mizzou, I didn't know at that time you could have predicted all of those successes. You were hopeful for that. But certainly over the course of maybe those 8 to 10 years, his first 8 to 10 years, you kind of saw it going in that trajectory. And then with some of the successes we had, we're at a point now where, no, it's not a surprise. And it's a great honor, not only for Gary and for Mizzou Athletics, but it's really a great honor, Chanel, for the university and the whole state of Missouri. It's a pretty special honor.
Well, looking back, starting at the beginning, when you were going through that hiring process after the 2000 season and you came across Gary, just what stuck out to you? What made you know that he was the guy?
Well, you know, there were certain parameters we were looking for in our recruitment efforts, and those things included being somebody that was really disciplined, very organized, a recruiting machine is how we define that, somebody that was going to be engaged within the recruiting community as well as the community in general, and certainly somebody that had a plan and a process. And so when we put those characteristics together and we went around the country, there was no doubt the person that not only met those but exceeded those was Gary Pinkel. And so that's what really drew us to him, his success at Toledo, his success at Washington, every place he'd been. But he really embodied those characteristics we were looking for.
We can sit here all day and talk about the wins, right? A ton of them, a ton of big wins that he got. But he did a lot for the culture of Mizzou, too, to this day. Just what do you think those things are that stood out to you?
Well, I think what stood out is people talk about Mizzou made. You know, they'll hear that term, Chanel, Mizzou made. And the one thing about Mizzou made, which really was developed out of our football program and out of athletics, and why that was adopted, I think, by the entire institution and all of our fans and other people that support the university, was because it meant it reflected who we were as a state, right? It reflected who we were as kind of a people in the Midwest, hardworking, blue-collar, committed to families, whatever that may be, certainly want to be able to present a positive attitude, very respectful. And I think that's what stands out for me, that beyond the wins, right, those types of values, I think that we all hope that we have within the Midwest and the state of Missouri were reflected by something called Mizzou Made, and that was certainly Gary Pinkel's football program.
I think everybody's hoping that Mizzou gets back to what Pinkel created at one point. What do you think it would take?
Well, first of all, I think we're on the right path.
Yeah.
I think Coach Drinkwitz certainly is moving in that direction. I think Desiree is a big part of that. And I think what it will take on that, Chanel, is really an alignment, right? You've got like a board of curators, you have a president, you have a chancellor, you have an athletic director, you have a football coach. The key thing for an athletic program to get back to where we were is there needs to be alignment. And people have to be able to respect their roles. We have to make sure that people aren't trying to dive down into an organization to do different types of things. And those programs around the country that you see have great success, you don't see their board members getting actively involved in what's going on in the football program. You see those folks respecting the line and the chain of command. And I think for us at Mizzou to get back to where we were, we need to refocus on that and allow Coach Drinkwitz and Desiree to do the great things that they're doing and trying to do for the program.
We could see that Gary cared a lot about his players, and now he's giving back with his GP Made Foundation. Just what have you seen him do off the field that's so special?
Well, I think what this has done is it's this different chapter, this next chapter in his life, and he's able to take his commitment for kids and commitment for families and commitment for trying to help people and really channel that towards something that has made incredible impact on whether it's kids that are suffering from lymphoma, or whether it's folks that have disabilities, certain disabilities, physical mobility issues, or it has to do with kids just trying to be able to afford to go to college. That the GP Made Foundation addresses all of those, and it's really refocused his energy and his attention on something he's really passionate about. And I tell you what, I do know this, it puts a smile on his face every day when he's working with that.
Yeah, any words that you wanted to say to Gary?
No, I just want to tell Gary that I love him, and I respect him so much, and I thank him for everything that he and his family, right, and all of our staff what they've done for the University of Missouri, because it really, Chanel, it transcends the football program. It transcends the institution. And for that, I think all of us should be eternally grateful. And I'd want to be able to say, I love you and thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Mike.
Thank you. Thank you, Chanel.
For everyone else at home, we'll be back after this break.